You know what time it is. Welcome to another episode of Knerdout! We are here, we are there, we are with Megatron.
We
finally have him. Thanks to MotorCityToyStore.com, we did get Megatron, and he's probably all sold out, so I don't know, but, you know, he's got other cool stuff, so check it out. We're here. You're without a voice, man. Are you gonna...
I just hit puberty,
You
what can I say? Yeah. Yeah, I have no voice.
Your balls dropped, finally.
Finally, it's about time.
Well, it was good time.
40 years, yeah.
Right. Your balls drop, and we finally get Transformers Masterpiece Megatron MP-36.
Redo. No, redo it like he's the second.
Oh, yeah, because MP-05...
doesn't count.
MP5, I hate MP-05.
Yeah, so does everybody.
Passionately. Like, the transformation was incredibly difficult, but on top of that, I can handle with a difficult transformation, but that robot looks like shit.
That's terrible.
This is terrible. I think I heard the designer made this in, designed it in 5 days. And, yeah. This was difficult, especially because I think MP-01 was so beautiful, and it was, like, a true masterpiece, that when you did see this, you were like, what is this?
But they didn't know what they were going for.
Yeah,
at this point in the line, they were going for perfect vehicles, and perfect alt modes, and I think once they realized that no, we want our robots perfect.
Yeah, I hate this thing.
Yeah,
passionately, but I'm gonna put this down. We'll
Shocking,
revisit
I don't own one.
We'll revisit it in a few. With everything, the box is all classy. This long life design logo is really interesting. Like. I thought maybe that we got knockoffs.
Award.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I guess Takara Tomy got an award for masterpieces being. Do you know the details? I
just think that designer Kobayashi.
It's pretty good.
Oh, that's it. That's all I got.
But here we are, Masterpiece 5. You're a huge Megatron fan,
dude. Well, I'm just here. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
It's sweet. It's the best one. Wow. This, it makes me feel that the force is in balance right now, because it's like all the bullshit, not bullshit, but all the third parties, everything that's come out.
Yeah.
Before this brought us to this, and this wouldn't be here without it.
No.
And I think that's the whole thing with third party is this mystical thing that makes sure that Takara builds us products that are up to their standards that they wouldn't do if there wasn't a third party. You know,
I've had my problems with Masterpiece over the last year or two.
Yeah.
I did not like Shockwave, Inferno, Grapple. I appreciated aspects of them, but I definitely, they were clearly going down a different path. And I do think even though Megatron strikes that cartoon look, there is a little bit more of a balance on it. I mean,
well, yeah, because they're how would they go for a real look at this?
Right.
You don't want a real look at gun. I mean, you really.
Well,
you have MP5.
Yeah. I mean, this is grapples over the top.
Yeah.
I think Inferno would have been a better example. But this immediately strikes cartoon, but it doesn't.
But that's the only frame of reference that you have that.
That's true.
They never made a toy. They look like the toy sucked.
Right.
Megatron.
No, the G1.
I'm sorry.
No, I know the G1 toy did.
And I love it. I love it, but it sucks. You know.
G1 Megatron toy was why I was never a Megatron fan, because I didn't think that was fitting for the leader of the Decepticons to look like that. It just didn't. And
was he fitting?
That's a tough one. I still think that I don't think he was I don't think so. I think it was a decision made, because obviously they took aspects of Diaclone and Microman and all that, and they put it together to create Transformers. I don't know who would. I mean, obviously you couldn't have gone, if you were in the boardroom and you had to decide who's going to be what position.
Yeah.
You couldn't pick Soundwave because he's a cassette player. You just couldn't do that. You couldn't pick. You couldn't put Starscream because, I mean, you could pick Starscream, actually. You just would have to have eliminated the other jets.
Sort of surprised they did.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's like he's a jet, he flies. But that's why I love Megatron, because he's obscure.
He is obscure.
He is obscure, and I mean, it's you know...
I know you're having a hard time with the voice.
I'm sorry.
Just go for it. I'll try to talk. Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
he is obscure. I think that if Hasbro could have easily picked anyone else to be Megatron. I don't know that Megatron would have been my first choice for the leader of the Decepticons, but he is, and you know what? They captured him in the cartoon really well, and
but maybe they did it because they didn't capture him; they created him.
They created him. That's
you
a good
know,
point.
and I think that's what they were going for. They wanted to give their own identity,
right?
Something maybe.
I never
did it because they had to.
Yeah, I never had a G1 Megatron. My parents didn't allow me to have like toy guns.
Me either.
My question to you out there: if you had G1 Megatron, when you had him, did he feel like beside the cartoon, like, did he feel like that was your evil, the evil? Was that your Darth Vader of Transformers? Did it really feel that way, or is the cartoon that created that?
Cartoon.
The cartoon.
For sure. That's like, I thought that toy was an afterthought. I never had it as a kid, and I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
When I finally got it,
right,
it was like, this is cool, but this isn't the Megatron I know. But a lot of people, their Megatron, like, neither they draw their memories from the toys or the cartoon.
Right.
I had more experience with the cartoon, so that's my frame of reference.
Right.
I don't want to say that the movie.
No, I understand. So, I'm actually the opposite. Like, I took my frame of reference from the toys and then combined the two. Hold on one second. I'm just paranoid. I don't want to. Okay.
You still going?
Yeah. With all my negative that I have been spouting with the Masterpiece, I really do want to say, robot-wise, they nailed Megatron. He has a good balance of the cartoon, the not the toy, but like he looks like a detailed robot. Like he doesn't look as soft as the other ones. Yeah. If I had one complaint about it, and it's not a complaint, but I'm talking if I dig deep, as far as look the robot,
dig deep, baby.
It would be, I think, I love the paint, but I think a silver might have made it look more, menacing.
Yeah, like you mean like that?
Yes. Oh, I gotta take a look at this. Yeah, let's get these up here. We're gonna talk about transformation, but this is, oh wow. Okay, I appreciate it. Hold on. The instructions, by the way, pain in the ass. I'm getting them out of here.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, this is. I haven't looked at this yet.
Okay, here we go. I mean, this isn't like Masterpiece.
Yeah.
But this is important. This is the first modern attempt at a G1 like cartoon accurate Megatron.
Is that an actual MP-38? Or I'm sorry, MP-38, P-38, Walter P-38, or is it close to it?
It's close. Like, it's pretty. Like, this is it.
I will turn these around and show them to you guys, but you have to understand this is the first time. This is the first time I'm gazing upon all of them.
So what do you think, man?
Here's what I think, and I'm gonna say this, and I may get crucified, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So this is it. These third parties are wonderful, but for any of you out there who have these third parties and are trying to convince yourself that you do not need this G1, this Masterpiece Prime, because the other two are good, are better, you're trying to convince yourself that you're delusional.
I'll be honest.
I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but you're just trying to save the $250. I understand, but that's what you're doing, is you're justifying it, because this Masterpiece Prime, Megatron, is the most superior of the three as robot forms. That is not to say that these other two don't have some aspects that are better. I do like the silver, I'll be honest. I think I do like the silver. There are aspects to these that look better. Again, I haven't transformed them, so I can't make that judgment. But when you look at all three of these together,
it's really not even close.
I don't think it's close.
The whole thing is, I wanted to defend this guy with my life. This was my go-to Megatron. Until he showed up, and I was actually feeling pretty low about Megatron. I'm like, I'm not that impressed. And I opened that box. I was like, holy shit! Like, there's no comparison.
No.
There's no reason to not get that. Like,
unless you're trying to save money.
Unless you don't have the money. And God bless you. But
I'm not saying these are lemons.
Yeah,
but like. It's a trying to convince yourself
save
that,
up. Don't buy this if you really want that.
Yes.
Save up. It's worth the extra money.
Yeah, these are like convincing yourself that I don't know that they're cool.
They're great in their day, man.
Yeah.
Like, these are what give us this.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like, I love that a year ago you could spend half the money, have this, fill it in, and then You
get that.
I mean, but there's no need for this now.
No, these
unless
are...
you just collect.
Yeah. Unless you really love Megatron, you just want to collect, or you enjoy the experience of the transformation. I know a lot of people have problems with the back. I don't have an issue with it, man.
I don't either. I mean, like,
I think that's really nitpicking, because I think Megatron, the whole concept of transforming that alt mode into a complex robot that looks similar to the cartoon, that's a task. I don't know anything about engineering, but I would have to assume that's a task. And you take the good, you take the bad, but I think overall that's a pretty small complaint.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like one part.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, he's pretty buttoned up.
Yeah, I don't think it looks that bad either.
That's not even like, that's just, I don't think that looks bad.
They gave him a goddamn ass, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet feature.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to take away from Apollyon or the Make Toys product. I think they've got good parts to them, but I think it shuts it down. I think it does.
Like, I have no complaints, honestly. I mean,
no? What about the silver? How do you feel about that? Would you prefer silver?
Well, we'll get that in the next release, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably why they did it.
I wouldn't buy it again for silver. I'm satisfied. You
because
would?
I'm going to beat this one up.
Yeah, I know.
Either way, I'm going to get a second one just so I don't have one all marred. Because I want to put the stuff on it.
Yeah.
Which is a complaint.
That is a complaint. You can't put... I'm sorry. I'm trying
to.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm trying to like let you talk. You cannot put this on in the gun mode without scratching it.
I will not be putting this on. You can call me whatever name you want. I've already heard that this will scratch, so you get the gist of it, right? It's a big long gun.
If you do, congratulations. You win the award of getting it on without scratching it. But I'm not going to take the chance because I've seen 10 out of 10 people put it on, and all 10 of them scratch it. So I'm going to leave it off in gun mode, and I'm okay with that. Since we're going into accessories, he does come with... Here, we'll move these down. We'll get back to this. But again, I don't care. You can argue with me about that all you want, and it's going to be preference. But if you have none of them, this is the one to get. If you have those and you don't want to drop $250, I understand that.
But do it anyway.
Yeah, but you're doing that because you're trying to mess with your moral not moral compass, but you're trying to convince yourself you don't want to spend the money.
And this is not to everybody off their rocker that's got it. Like, everybody like, there were some people on Instagram, they loved Apollyon.
You loved it.
I loved Apollyon too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they got...
Dude, I'm not a Megatron fan. And for me, like, I really am not. And this did knock me off my rocker. Again, we haven't gotten Transformation yet. We're going to get there.
And if you are a Megatron fan, it'll knock you off your socks even...
Yeah, I mean,
it's incredible.
As an action figure alone, like, it is so much fun. It is really, really well articulated. I think the head is a little on the large side, but I might be just being nitpicky. It's a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Let's do the sounds. The sounds are so cool. Hold on, you can push that. That's my
favorite one.
That's the best.
Takara strikes back, man. That's all I can say.
I've never watched the Japanese cartoon, but it's amazing that they actually got the Japanese voice actor to sound similar. Is it the
voice actor?
I have to assume. Oh, you mean you think that maybe they hired someone? I'd be curious if the Japanese cartoon's voice was actually made to emulate the sound of Frank Welker's voice, because that's what it sounds like. It's pretty cool. But it's really, really well thought out, well articulated, well engineered. I like that. I do wish for some reason there was a light on there, and I don't know why.
It'd be sweet.
My thought is that it should have a light on there.
Or even a light here.
Yeah, somewhere. So it comes with that. This comes off. I want to let you... Oh, yeah, we'll get that. He comes with this... I still couldn't put the whole thing together. This got some die-cast metal. It's cool. You could turn it into the whole gun thing. I'm not going to do that for you. But you could attach this part and the scope, and you could make it like
a gun. That so wrong. I was
having such a hard time.
I was loving it. I didn't realize it until I watched the review. I'm like, yeah,
we were. Did you figure out how to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, well, the reason why I'm not doing it is because I had a hard time doing it.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
So, fuck it. I'm not doing it. But it also makes a stand.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to clip in, too. Did you figure out a better way to do it?
I didn't do it myself, but I watched Ben. Like Ben's collectible.
Okay.
Do it like he just did it like 4 times.
Yeah, he did.
How do you do it? I still like.
He did a lot of stuff
just
in his
stick
review.
it in his butt.
I mean, that's the thing. You literally have to
stick stick a rod in his ass.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh man.
Hmm?
Yeah, so you can stick this in his ass, and it actually makes a nice flight stand. I just have a hard time getting it in his ass.
Somebody loves Megatron.
Someone
Like,
definitely
I love
loves it.
Megatron. I mean, you love him so much, stick in his butt. But it's just like the designers loved this thing,
Yeah, they definitely did.
or they knew we loved them.
Yeah.
And they would deliver.
Lots of parts. Again, I am not tied to the cartoon, so some of these don't mean anything to me as far as like I could have done without them, but if you're gonna pay the money, I don't know how much cheaper could it have been if they would have eliminated all these accessories. Could it really have
I
been
don't
that
think
much?
a lot.
I don't think so either.
I think they had to charge a certain amount for all the moving pieces and stuff. So
Right.
they threw this
So
shit
this
in
is
for
like
free.
bonus. You get
This is probably $10.
yeah. I mean, Blitzwing's gone. You said.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna.
All right. So what is this helmet from?
Mind control him, and I forget that episode.
It's cool. It's just goofy. Like,
yeah.
who's gonna? Are you seriously gonna put him on your shelf like that? I mean, you're gonna have little adventures, so that's cool. I'm all about the adventures.
Like, did they make this to play with as a kid? It almost seems like it in some way. Like, oh, with all this stuff,
Yeah.
it's like this is play value.
There's so much
Yeah,
play
it's like
value.
what the hell?
You're
That's
getting
sweet.
your money's worth.
Hey.
If you're a collector and you're into this stuff, you're getting your money's worth. Was this? This was not. This is. I do not know what this was from. I know what the. I
Dude,
know
that's from the movie.
that's from the movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
it fights Prime.
His mace is from the first one because God forbid that any toy company releases an Optimus Prime or Megatron without their mace or their ass.
Sword of Destiny or something. What is this thing? I forget what it's called. It's even got its own name.
I don't know, but right there by not knowing what it is, 10 people just turn this review off. I don't care. This is cool, man. And then you can also they actually made it so you could switch the mace onto a flexible.
And like it actually.
That's cool, man. That is a detail that you have to respect that they did that. That is awesome.
Yeah, they spared no expense.
No,
on this thing.
they went out. The Vector Sigma key, is that what it is? Die-cast metal. I dig it. I don't like the color though, because it is. They should have gone with a gold. Like that's the cartoon aspect that I would prefer a more realistic. That's mine. Just bitching. This is cool, but I'm not into it. But it doesn't serve me any purpose. But you can pop off the chest.
The pre-dead Megatron.
Yes.
Megatron. Or
This is definitely a movie,
pre-Galvatron.
right?
Oh yeah.
But here's the best part. Okay, the heads come off. You lift them up, and this is where the masterpiece aspect comes in. All that mechanicals.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
That's sweet.
I
man.
love that.
And that's that's straight out of the cartoon
That's
when he gets
great.
rebuilt into Galvatron.
It looks fantastic. It looks like a detailed robot. This face, his melting face.
See
We got to talk about that.
his beat up face.
Yeah, the one with the like melting. Does it look like maybe he was just spooged in the face a little bit? I mean,
Let me see it. Yeah, yeah.
maybe he just got the money
Oh,
shot.
right in the eye.
Yeah, he
Oh
looked
my
like got
God,
the
that
money
is pretty
shot. in the
bad,
eye.
yeah.
But it actually is really well
He
done.
shouldn't be smiling like. He should have a cool
Yeah.
Like, if he weren't smiling, it'd be okay. But he's like sort of got a grin.
You could put him and Inferno together, and you could create your own absolutely inappropriate
Well,
scene.
He should have came with that part that Inferno came with, but for Soundwave.
Yeah.
So he can carry him off the battlefield.
Yeah. That's those accessories that it's like one shot, one trick pony shot. Like
Yeah, but it's one trick pony, but it's a big deal. It's like that was like one of the
Yeah.
most iconic points in like Transformer history. Is like when he died.
right, that's true. But I mean, you're really wrapping a whole toy around one scene. But I see where you're coming
And
from.
then just for the display, like to set. A lot of people have their dioramas and reenact
It's true.
stuff that was in the show or
It's
in the
true.
movie.
No, you're right. Like I said, like I mean, those just because
I'm not like that. I just play with the stuff,
it
but-
is cool. He has to come with a smiley face, which I'm not into, but like it's cool because it is expressive, and Megatron does need that because people that I see. And then he's got his.
I want a throne for him.
That would be amazing.
Somebody's gonna do one.
And then he's got his face.
I'm Megatron. I'm so angry.
Got to do his like, I
his
am
speech.
Megatron. I like the options and I like the simplicity of it, but ultimately, all said and done, I just want his regular face.
It's crazy.
By the way, I feel like I'm talking because I'm trying to protect your voice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I feel like because I think that there's more for you to say than me on this, but I'm protecting you and your voice. I love the ease of playability for this. Until we get to one point.
What?
Let's get to it. The transformation.
I don't think it's that bad.
You really don't?
Nah, I did it. The first one was terrifying. Once it
Terrifying.
loosened up a little bit, and you figured out the orientation of where parts need to go before they do it, it's not bad.
Okay.
I promise. You do it one more time, it'll be.
Okay.
You won't care.
I'll say this. I would advise going on YouTube and finding a transformation video. I do recommend that. We do not provide that. We provide ridiculous commentary and strong opinions. But I do recommend that you find a transformation video out
If we
there.
did a transformation video, it'd be
Dude,
rated X.
Yeah, it would
It'd
be
swearing all over the place.
I'm not gonna lie. I transformed it last night, and there were a couple of parts, specifically, like you said, like getting the barrel to go down.
Oh, God.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
You're probably not gonna get through it without scratching a little bit. It's gonna happen. But my opinion, and this is not set in stone rule, but you gotta at least transform it once.
You know,
it's a transformer.
No, transform it a few times. It's a great toy.
I agree.
Like,
But I know that there's a lot of people out there who are like, I'm just gonna buy it and put it on a shelf.
they get nervous about
Right.
their condition.
It's still a toy.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. It is.
But enjoy it. It's a great. All that work they put into the engineering, they finally gave us a Megatron that you can transform.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. Like fucking Apollyon, I still can't do without a screwdriver.
So this is harder. This is easier than Apollyon.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like it. The only thing that's hard is like I don't think this is hard. Just play with an arm and figure out how to compact it. Play with a leg. Figure out how to compact that. And then you put it all together. It's easy. It just gets hard when you get out of orientation and you don't know.
Definitely.
Like
It definitely is difficult if you have no frame of reference at all.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
that we can agree on.
yeah.
I love the transformation of the legs, how they collapse in.
Me too.
That is
brilliant.
Phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
Look,
Don't not do that.
Yeah,
Do that
yeah.
shit.
No, you need to transform it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys.
Own
I
the
will say,
shit.
take the faceplate. Take all of them off before you transform it,
Yeah.
because you don't need the faceplate, and you might. And I don't know for sure that they're gonna scratch, but take it off because I think you can eliminate some potential scratching. I absolutely agree. You need to transform
Yeah,
this.
they put so much work to make that great. You owe it.
Yeah, you do
You
owe
owe
it
your
to it.
time to learn it and own it.
Right. Just don't put this on.
Don't
because you're gonna scratch it. Just
I'll put mine on.
So what are your thoughts about the gun mode?
I sort of love it. It looks alive. It looks perfect, like out of the cartoon. To me, I mean, like I know a lot of people probably gripe because it doesn't look like a real gun, which is stupid. It's not a real gun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I think it's awesome. I don't even care.
But would you bitch if Sideswipe didn't look like a real Lamborghini Countach? I'm just playing devil's
Probably
advocate.
would, yeah.
You think it's a different situation?
Yeah,
I do too.
because in the cartoon he didn't look like a real Walther.
Yeah, but you could say that maybe.
Because it was animation.
Yeah, because shitty animation. But I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that. But
yeah, you could argue that both ways.
I know you could argue that both ways.
But I don't have to be consistent. My rules, I make them up.
You know what? I'm with
Our
you.
rules, we make them up.
I'm with you.
know?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a gun enthusiast, and my frame of reference isn't really that knowledgeable. Like I don't know. Like my frame of reference for Walter P-38 is my vision, my thought of G1 Megatron.
Which
And to be
is
honest with
pretty
you, it
close,
was
yeah.
pretty close.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much.
I mean,
off.
do you care if like?
No, I would care if Sideswipe didn't look like a Lamborghini Countach if they were doing that, but I don't care about Megatron. And I think his size is good. Going back to
he turns into a gun. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
it is
It's got
oversized.
a trigger, a stock,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a gun.
Yeah.
Same
You know what I
thing.
wish they would have done?
Huh.
I wish that the
And I am a gun enthusiast.
yeah. I wish the trigger would somehow have
Springy and really click.
or somehow coincide with the sound effects, because I was playing with it
That would
and I
be
kept pulling the
sweet.
trigger and I'm like, oh, I forgot it doesn't activate the sound. So I mean, that's a minor gripe, but it's not even a gripe; it's a preference. But when this thing transformed, this thing is so big. This is
It's a
so
nightmare.
ugly, man.
All right, everybody. Confession: I've never owned one.
Yeah,
I've never even
that's
tried.
sacrilegious.
I know.
I've offered this to you,
Yeah.
and I've said to you, go ahead, transform it, And
But
if you break,
I love looking at that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, like, if you break it, that's cool. I don't even care. Like, that's how I feel about it.
But I love loving Megatron.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't love him anymore if I did that. I don't know. I think I'd freak out.
I think it's sacrilegious that you don't have it, but I think you have overcompensated for it with you having the other ones. That's sort of.
I'll get one now, though. Now I can probably get it for $50.
Dude, you'll be able to get that thing for $50,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
Who wants this?
I'll go get the one from Ward 9.
Oh,
They
I
have
do.
one.
What? Yeah. Oh, really? No, I think. Oh, yeah. Ours did not have the orange plug,
Plug?
which I'll be honest with you, it's kind of cool. I was very happy to
I
not
thought
have
it
to
was
deal with that.
Yeah.
I want to do a little bit comparison here too.
Oh.
My good buddy.
Here we
Shockwave.
go.
Yeah, here we go, dude.
What do you think about it, man?
Dude, I think
You
it's
love this.
I hate it even more.
No.
Dude, it's a fun toy. It's not a masterpiece. Shockwave or Soundwave. Soundwave looks right.
He doesn't look that bad. He looks like how he looks.
You don't think he looks too short? Honestly, like,
I mean, I've never seen them next to each other. I don't know.
okay, in your mind,
I'd imagine him shorter than him. Like, I would imagine him shorter. Oh my god, there's no leader, sorry. There's anything in there.
you really do.
I don't mind his size.
I really
The
don't.
paint sucks.
The paint sucks, right?
But- and I don't even mean the color. I just wish he were painted. I wish he had paint and he just wasn't like. He'd be darker.
I think he needs to be darker, and I think he needs to be taller. And not even for show accuracy, just for like
Be imposing.
just being imposing. Yeah, he looks real unimposing. I don't know. I have no. I think Soundwave.
I think
looks
they
good.
learned their lesson on that one. Though.
I think so too.
Like, I think that's why
I
he's
do.
so good.
I think so too. All right, and now. Oh, and just for the hell of it, I always like this leader class Combiner Wars. I still like it.
Yeah.
I still like this, but we're talking about a $40 toy, and we're talking about a $240 toy. So, but I don't know why I want to show this. Here's the big thing.
Here's this guy.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. I've never. That's
Yeah,
the
the hand
original Chug.
This is a Japanese one.
Yeah, that's cool.
pretty sweet.
I think that was a pretty good toy.
It was in its day. you know?
Yeah.
And it was pretty like it was a Nerf gun, but you know.
It had to be. Well, I guess it probably didn't have to be. Actually, I do kind of like.
I think
that.
for a Toys R Us toy, it would be
Mhm.
asking a lot to have it turn into like a realistic looking.
Oh, no
gun,
doubt.
you know?
That first series of Chug figures, the classics, those were really, really good for the time.
Yeah.
They were really well
Yeah.
made. They were good.
And they were a great throwback to G1.
Definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
Love these.
They made a lot of G1 toys collectors happy. 'Cause
Yeah,
You did get that vibe that they were G1. Like,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
cool.
And they really weren't,
Yeah,
but
No,
they
no.
just turned into cars.
Right,
and stuff, and
right.
People wanted
People did want it. And now we got to talk about this. All right.
the old man.
Old Man Prime. I personally am a fan of the Takara version, and you can talk about your dead eyes and shit, but I don't give a shit. I think the colors are better, but I don't know. Is that because I spent $250 on it, or is it because I?
No,
just
I
like
think
the-
it's a legit.
Yeah.
I think you really do think that.
Does it age him?
Yeah.
You think so?
A little bit. Just like not so much in the aesthetic but just playing with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh wow,
Mhm.
he's just all the stuff he does, and
Is Masterpiece Prime really like 10 years old?
can't be that old.
You don't think
No,
so?
I don't.
I think it
Maybe.
came out in like 2005 or 2006.
Really? Man, we are old.
Yeah, dude, if this is 10 years old, goddamn, they really. You know what I think?
But I'm ready for a new one. I hate to say it. I know that's sacrilege, but I want a better scaled one without A-arms.
Mm-hmm. I think the A-barbs wouldn't exist if they just took the Weijing and made that. I think. I'd be honest with you.
Weijing fixed it.
Weijing fixed it.
Mhm.
Could you accept it if Takara just released the Weijing one? Would that be or satisfying? Or you want a new one?
I want a new one. I mean, not like the Weijing or this one's bad, but I love new stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
me too. MP40, you think? I think we're gonna see a new Prime MP40.
You think it?
I do.
That close.
Yeah, I do.
I've heard there's a lot of people that agree with that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I still really like Masterpiece Prime MP10, but I do think that the Weijing makes me like this one less because
the
they
longer
really, yeah, it
legs,
really
the
makes a
shorter
difference.
arms.
I think Optimus or Megatron really fits in with this. I still think, no doubt, the Megatron
They look
is.
so good together.
They do look
Yeah.
so good together, man. Oh,
Uh,
God. I
like,
just
this
got
is my
pause on it.
favorite Transformer as of now.
Really?
I don't know. It might change, but as of right now, yeah. He's new. This is like the first one I've gotten in a long time that's new, and I love the shit out
Yeah.
of it. I like it, like I irrationally love it, and like as of now, no complaints
Mhm.
except the paint scraping. But
Right, right.
I don't know how I'll feel in a week or so. But I love this thing.
It is the first Masterpiece Transformer that I bought since at least the last 5 or
But you
6.
weren't bitching about
No.
like it looking shitty
No,
or cheap.
no
or,
bitching.
Right.
Like I said, like my preference, I think maybe a deeper silver, like more of a silver, but it's just because I do prefer that more like whatever that means, realistic like appearance.
Make
But
it look like it's made out of metal.
right, right.
Yeah.
But I will say the paint job on this is spectacular,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that any of my pictures or any pictures that you'll see anywhere will really capture that.
Yeah, because the metallic is really subdued.
Yeah.
But you see it with your bare eyes.
Oh yeah.
And it looks sweet, but it's just to photograph it. It doesn't. It looks just pale gray.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. I'm happy with it. The transformation, again, I can't see I'm going to do it that many more times, but I think you're right. I think like with practice, you know, you'll get it. I just, it is intense.
Holy shit. That was intense.
it is. You got to do it at least 3 times before you can enjoy it. Like I did it twice.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Third time.
Third time you did?
I think the third time I actually enjoyed it. I found it neat.
Mm.
And it does neat shit. Like.
Well, you can't ask for this like cartoon accurate Megatron.
Yeah, I think
with,
it's gonna be a
I think it's
walk
gonna
in the
be.
park.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a walk in the park. If you want your robot to actually transform, it's gonna be complex. There's just no easy way around it. And they did do that. And yeah, you want nice paint. There's gonna be some scratching going on. I haven't found. Again, I only transformed it there and back once. I didn't find that there were any like major scratching in places that affected it. To be honest with you, I don't really
You
see
don't have
any.
any.
Yeah.
Me either. I don't think you get scratches unless you put the junk on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just keep the junk off.
Yeah.
I do want to mention I love the transparent little jewel like controls. The fact that they did that shows me that maybe, just maybe, they're back on track with Masterpiece. I don't know. They're at least going in the right direction.
Or at least for the characters they give a shit about.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
think that's
they
what it
couldn't
is?
Fuck Megatron up. He's number 2.
I
mean,
agree.
He's the second most iconic character.
I agree.
I just hope they keep this momentum going with everyone.
Me
else,
too.
You know?
You know, I think you're making a valid point, but I felt that way about Shockwave. I thought you can't fuck up Shockwave because he's top 5, right?
Yeah,
And I think that they
did.
fucked him up.
I think they realized that a
Yeah.
little bit. I
Maybe
don't know
you're
why
right.
I'm so forgiving of that figure.
Yeah, you are. You're also you know, you are very forgiving of that.
But I don't think they'll ever underdo.
Maybe
what
it's
a
because you had to
third party
buy-
has done.
Maybe it's because you had to buy 2 Shockwaves because you had to
No,
buy.
man,
No?
that should piss me off more.
That's
right?
true, right? You should be more.
What?
Right now, Masterpiece Megatron is look. If you have the third parties or you want the third parties, go for it.
You can keep them,
Yeah.
but don't not get this.
But yeah.
You're gonna keep them.
Don't try to convince people that those other third parties are as good as this. There might be aspects of
But-
them.
Yeah, they're just a
Placeholder.
thank you placeholder.
Yeah, I mean they are. I mean,
They're a
the-
draft, an earlier draft of this.
Mhm.
You know.
and again, there are
Predecessor.
things about those third party ones that I prefer this little bit here, this little bit here. There are that, but as a whole, this is Masterpiece Megatron.
Yes, and it's a whole G1 Megatron.
Yeah.
This is it.
Absolutely. So there you have it. I hope we were able to give. I feel like it was your fucking voice.
Sorry,
I'm just
I know I'm fucking this.
Yeah,
review up,
yeah.
guys.
Because I mean,
apologize.
Megatron is your guy.
Yeah,
Like you should have been loud and.
I wanted to, but
I
you
know.
know.
God, you fucked it up, man.
Yeah, but at least we sort of agree on it. You know.
We do agree
So
on that.
it's-
I don't.
it's
Is there anything on here that we really don't agree on? Just
Not
no.
this
I mean,
guy, I
it's a
don't
solid
think so.
toy. It's a solid toy that's a real
Like,
pain in the
You
ass.
would kill him in like 2 seconds. It wouldn't even be a fight.
What's
you know?
that?
That he could kill him. In like
Oh,
2
I don't
seconds.
agree with that.
It wouldn't even be a fight.
Why? Because he's got a big old
I
like.
don't know, I'm just dicking
you're just
around.
being-
Yeah,
I mean, he did kill him, but If it wasn't for
Fucking
Hot Rod's
Hot Rod.
pussy ass.
Pussy.
Oh,
Wrecked
Hot
it.
Rod wrecked it.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed this review. We both love it. Transformation is a bitch. Check out a transformation. Find a transformation video where you can use it as a guide, because it really is not an easy transformation. Gun mode's cool. It's all pretty sweet. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and our P.O. Box. Feel free to drop us a line. And until next time, nerd out! Check out my sweet hat.